Today, we're diving into one of history's most audacious acts of transformation. You'll discover how one woman shattered every rule in ancient Egypt to become Pharaoh, the ultimate male role, and ruled for 22 years wearing a false beard and men's clothing. Then, after her death, her successors tried to erase her from existence. This isn't legend. This is documented history. Trust me, this story will change how you think about power. Let me paint you the picture. Thebes, 1473 BC. A woman stands before the high priests of Egypt. She's about to do something no woman has done in over 1,000 years. Her name is Hatshepsut. She's the daughter of Pharaoh Thutmose III and his great royal wife, Thutmose. When her father dies, she marries her half-brother Thutmose II to help him secure the throne. It's political necessity, not love. When Thutmose II dies just a few years later, he leaves behind a son, not with Hatshepsut, but with a minor palace wife named Isis. The boy, Thutmose III, is only 2 years old. According to the Greek historian Herodotus and later Egyptian chronicler Manetho, Hatshepsut becomes regent. She's supposed to rule temporarily until the boy comes of age. For the first few years, she plays by the rules. But by year 7, something shifts. Hatshepsut makes a decision that will echo through 3,500 years of history. She declares herself Pharaoh, not co-regent, not queen Pharaoh, king of Upper and Lower Egypt. The problem? In ancient Egypt, Pharaoh isn't just a political role, it's a sacred one. The Pharaoh maintains Ma'at, the cosmic balance and divine order established by the gods. And every Pharaoh before her has been male. So how does a woman convince an entire empire that she deserves to wear the crown? Hatshepsut understands she needs more than bloodline. She needs divine authority. So she commissions her priests to carve a story on the walls of her mortuary temple at Deir el-Bahri, the divine birth sequence. In it, the god Amun, the king of all Egyptian gods, creator and redeemer, visits her mother Queen Ahmose disguised as her father. Amun declares that Hatshepsut is his daughter, divinely chosen to rule both lands of Egypt. Then Amun orders Khnum, the potter god who shapes human bodies, to create Hatshepsut's form. The inscription reads, "I will shape for you your daughter. Her form shall be more exalted than the gods, in her great dignity of king of Upper and Lower Egypt." This isn't just mythology for entertainment. It's state policy carved in stone. It ties her directly to divine will. It answers every critic who questions a woman on the throne. But she goes further. Hatshepsut begins wearing the complete regalia of a male pharaoh. The Nemes headdress, the false ceremonial beard, the Shendit kilt. In statues and wall carvings, she's depicted with a male body, broad shoulders, muscular chest, no feminine features, yet the hieroglyphics beside these images use feminine grammar: His Majesty, herself, daughter of Re. Every Egyptian could read her name, foremost of noble women. She's not hiding her gender. She's proclaiming that she is both, a woman and a pharaoh, an office traditionally held by men. For 22 years, Hatshepsut rules Egypt, and she rules brilliantly. She launches the famous expedition to Punt, possibly modern-day Eritrea, bringing back gold, ebony, myrrh trees, leopard skins, and incense. She becomes one of ancient Egypt's most prolific builders, commissioning hundreds of construction projects. At Karnak, she erects 2 100-foot-tall obelisks, each weighing 450 tons, towed up the Nile by 27 ships, manned by 850 oarsmen. Her mortuary temple at Deir el-Bahri becomes one of the architectural wonders of the ancient world, a massive structure of terraces and columns built into limestone cliffs. Her reign brings peace and prosperity. No major military campaigns, just wealth, art, and stability. She's proven herself. Egypt flourishes. And then, around 1458 BC, Hatshepsut dies. She's in her mid-40s, possibly from bone cancer. That's when the erasure begins. 20 years after her death, during the final years of Thutmose III's reign, someone launches a campaign against Hatshepsut's memory. Her cartouches, the oval frames containing her royal names, are chiseled off temple walls. Her images are hacked away from monuments. Her statues are smashed and buried in pits. At Karnak, workers wall up her monuments. At Deir el-Bahri, her statues are torn down, disfigured and hidden. The erasure is methodical, systematic. Wherever Hatshepsut once stood, workers insert the names of Thutmose I, Thutmose II, or Thutmose III. It's as if she's being surgically removed from the historical record. For centuries, historians believed this was Thutmose III's revenge, a stepson who hated his powerful stepmother. But as historian Donald Redford notes, the evidence doesn't support rage. The timing is wrong. If Thutmose III hated her, why wait 20 years after her death? Why did he keep her officials in power? Why build his own mortuary temple directly beside hers? Modern scholarship reveals a different motive. Thutmose III is preparing to hand power to his own son, Amenhotep II. But Amenhotep's claim to the throne isn't strong. His mother was a secondary wife, not a great royal wife. If Hatshepsut's example stands, a woman who successfully ruled as pharaoh, then other branches of the royal family with stronger bloodlines through Hatshepsut's female relatives could challenge Amenhotep's succession. According to historians Joyce Tildesley and Gay Robbins, this is about erasing the precedent of female kingship, making the succession appear as a straight male line. Thutmose I to Thutmose II to Thutmose III to Amenhotep II. No interruption, no woman pharaoh. The erasure works for a while. Amenhotep II rules Egypt successfully. Later pharaohs claim Hatshepsut's achievements as their own. Scribes never mention her in the official king lists. For 3,000 years the world forgets her. But here's what survives. Her massive temple at Deir el-Bahri still stands, even with her images defaced. In the inner chambers, in dark recesses where ordinary people never looked, Thutmose III leaves some of her cartouches intact. As Redford writes, here and there, in the dark recesses of a shrine where no plebeian eye could see, the queen's cartouche and figure were left intact, still conveying for the king the warmth and awe of a divine presence. In 1822, French scholar Jean-François Champollion, the man who deciphered the Rosetta Stone, walks through Deir el-Bahri. He finds hieroglyphics that make no sense. Female grammatical forms paired with images of a male pharaoh wearing a false beard. He can't reconcile it. Slowly, Egyptologists piece together the truth. In 1903, archaeologist Howard Carter discovers Tomb KV60 in the Valley of the Kings. Inside, 2 female mummies. One is identified as Hatshepsut's wet nurse. The other lies forgotten on the floor for over a century, an overweight woman, one arm bent across her chest in the royal position. In 2007, Egyptian archaeologist Zahi Hawass removes the mysterious mummy and brings it to the Cairo Museum. Using CT scans, his team discovers she's missing an upper molar. In a wooden box inscribed with Hatshepsut's name, they find a single tooth. It fits the empty socket perfectly. DNA analysis confirms familial ties to known royal mummies. After 3,500 years, Hatshepsut is found. Hatshepsut proved something radical, that power isn't about gender, it's about vision, strategy, and the courage to transform yourself into what the world says you can never be. She wore a false beard not because she wanted to be a man, but because she understood that symbols matter. She built monuments that would outlast any attempt to destroy them. According to Egyptologist James Henry Breasted, Hatshepsut is the first great woman in history of whom we are informed. And 3,500 years later, we're still talking about her, still learning from her, still amazed by her audacity. If this story fascinated you, hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible true stories from history. Next week, we're uncovering another mystery that baffled archaeologists for decades. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.